Hi. So we saw the State of Union address of President Joe Biden. And if you ask me frankly, it looks to me that the State of Union is very, very bad because he was just firing on his opponents. And basically, the State of Union address is a ceremonial thing, but it is constitutional according to American Constitution. So it is something in which they try to showcase that the whole country is united. But if you look at that speech, it was very fiery on his opponents, and President Biden tried to link all the Republicans to Putin, and he didn't name Donald Trump, but he was attacking him all the time, and he used the entire speech to attack his opponents. And if you look at other presidents and read their State of Union address, I think you will never find such a speech, such an address. And it was just he was looking like an angry old man, and he was basically very much focused upon attacking his opponents. Two presidents, two former US presidents he named in that speech was Abraham Lincoln and FDR. And if you read the speeches of these two gentlemen, you will never find such a speech where they were attacking their opponents, political opponents, in the State of Union address. And if you especially look at Abraham Lincoln, he gave a speech during the Civil War time, but even at that time he did not attack his opponents the way President Biden did. And it was I can't say more than that, that he was looking like an angry old man. And if you talk about foreign policy, it looks there is no foreign policy, and there was no clarity. He was just talking about Ukraine, and trying to blame everything upon his opponents for whatever is happening. And even if you look about other war, that is Israel Gaza war going on, he was talking whatever, but it was looking that he was just talking without any policy. He talked about the construction of the port, but how is it possible when there is a war, there is a blockade, and people need humanitarian assistance, and all these crises are there, and he was talking about ports, so it does not make any sense. There also he was trying to actually do some kind of PR to calm down those peoples. There were actually people with boards of calling for ceasefire, so he want to calm down those Democrats basically who want ceasefire. Plus he is also he want to have a softer stance on Israel lobby. So he was there also. He was doing a rope walk, and there was no clarity, but it was absolutely rubbish what he was talking about construction of the port. It is not possible in these current circumstances, or at least until blockade is there, and blockade has been there since past so many years, from decades. So that is also not feasible. And yeah, the two actually the two people, two of his colleagues he named, was one of them was Lindsey Graham, and another one was Pelosi, and both of them are neocons. So, and he is also a neocon. So, other than those neocons, anybody like Trump or anybody who comes from outside the neocon circles, he do not consider them as very much genuine. It comes, I think that these things come out from his speech. But he also tried to actually show himself much healthier, but it was a very fiery speech, and I don't consider it uh, as a stray address of union. And it looks like the union is in a very bad shape, and the United States is more divided